Bharatiya Janata Party's big Ghuspetia attack on the opposition says SR is making intruders jittery. The poster put out by the Bharatiya Janata Party on your screens at this point in time shows Rahul Gandhi in his skull cap. The insinuation here is clear that this is for appeasement of a particular religious community. Rahul, for Muslims, to be very specific here with the skull cap, the insinuation is very clear. The BJP is saying that too, he's a Ghuzpetia. So, these would be in fact Muslims from other countries living in India. That's been a common refrain really of the BJP, isn't it? And that the opposition is doing it for the reason of appeasement. Rahul.
Well, the opposition is alleging that the government is, communalizing the entire issue of SIR by, bringing out such posters. Congress and opposition camps, they have never been against SIR. As this is not something which is a very new exercise. And back in 2002 also, this exercise was undertaken by the Election Commission of India. Therefore, they are not raising questions over the validity of this, of the exercise. They are only insisting, and they are saying that the present Election Commission of India is compromised. It is acting at the behest of the BJP. Only people coming from the marginalized sections, their votes are being deleted just to give an undue advantage to the BJP. So that's the premise on which, they are objecting to SIR. They are saying it's not a transparent exercise. With such posters coming in, obviously, and we all know that Rahul Gandhi is leader of opposition. So you can expect that, a rebuttal or an attack would become, a counter attack would be coming in from the opposition camp as well, especially from Congress party, who are alleging that this is nothing but an attempt on the part of BJP to communalize the entire issue by showing Rahul Gandhi in a skull cap, declaring him as a sympathizer for infiltrators. So you can expect that this issue has now become a latest flashpoint between opposition treasury benches. Not just politics is being played inside the house, but outside the house as well. And you can expect that now counter attacks would be coming in from Congress party, from other parties, because they are saying that the BJP is trying to create a narrative that all the parties who are opposing SIR or the process of SIR are essentially doing because they are in the favor of bringing these illegal migrants, which is not the case. And this is just a misleading act on the BJP, on the part of the BJP, which they are trying to create a gap or divide between the two communities. So you can expect that this issue will now be echoing in both the houses of the parliament as well, and it will be certainly raised by the Congress members.
Images on your screen are in fact from the protest which is underway, and the BJP's attack is clear that this is nothing but appeasement politics. Their argument, of course, Rahul, continues to be that we can't be discussing it. It's not an exercise that the government is carrying out at the end of the day. It is a constitutional body. It's the Election Commission of India. And how can we discuss this matter when we have no answering to do in that sense, isn't it?
Absolutely. That's the argument that has always been of the government as to who is really going to respond on the behalf of Election Commission of India. Whether it's going to be the Law Ministry or some other ministry who is going to speak on the behalf of Election Commission of India, because that's not the case. Election Commission of India is a constitutional autonomous body which is undertaking the ongoing exercise of SIR in 12 states, and therefore the government has nothing to do with it. But again, the opposition has outrightly rejected this argument of the government. They are saying that this is being done only to mislead the people, mislead the house, because you cannot have a discussion on an SIR as you were saying that it's happening at the behest of the ECI, but you can have a discussion on electoral reforms. And the Parliament has time and again discussed the promise and the power and jurisdiction of Election Commission of India previously as well. So therefore, why not have a discussion on electoral reform, which is essentially going to cover much of the area, is going to touch upon the electoral law, is going to touch upon the Election Commission of India, is going to touch upon the recent reports of suicide of BLO. So pretty much all the area that the opposition is demanding discussion on would be covered if the government is going to allow discussion on electoral reform. But that's they are saying not going to happen, because obviously government is running away from the discussion on SIR. That's the allegation that's been coming from the opposition camp. And, on the face of it, you might see some of the parties not joining this opposition protest. But sources have told India Today that principally TMC, Samajwadi Party, they all have already pledged their support to this issue. And if at all they're going to be a big protest, or they're going to be a joint strategy, these two parties will also be joining in, given the fact that the SIR is also going to affect, as they believe, these respective political parties as well in the coming days, because we all know that Bengal is going to witness polls next year. The SIR exercise is undertaken in that particular state as well. TMC is vehemently, opposing that particular exercise. So you can expect that TMC would also be coming on board. Maybe not at this point of time, because at this point in time, they don't want to be, create this narrative that Congress is leading the charge, because obviously they have an election in their own state. They have to portray it as a fight which is being led by Mamata Banerjee. But in near future, if they're going to be a joint campaign or a joint strategy, TMC is going to be very much part of it. That's what opposition sources have told India Today.
Be with us. I'm going to come back to you in a moment from now. Rahul Gautam getting in those details. So beyond discussing SIR, Aishwarya, says the government, because it's not an exercise that we are carrying out. But the opposition says discuss electoral reforms that are in the country. Is there going to be a middle path at all? Given that the ruckus in House continues, it's a short session in any case. And obviously legislative business would be the casualty here.
Well, definitely, Sneha, let me tell you, the government has given out indications that they're willing to have a discussion with the opposition parties. And the other thing also, what we saw happening yesterday was that a lot of questions were being asked about whether all the opposition parties really want a discussion or not. And what was said yesterday, actually, it came out to be true today, because we saw how the TMC, barely one or two people from the TMC. There was no representation from the Samajwadi Party. So that is also something which the government has been pointing fingers at. It was the Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge who very categorically said that you don't try to divide the opposition parties. We are united. All of us together want a discussion on the SIR. But who will respond with regards to what's happening in the SIR? You cannot ask the CEC Ganesh Kumar to come inside the parliament and to answer the questions that they have. None of the ministries can actually answer. So this is a technical thing that the government has been speaking about. But yes, the back channel talk still happening, Sneha. We should see clarity coming in the next 24 to 48 hours.
All right. I'm going to leave it at that for the moment. Aishwarya getting in those details. Also, Rahul Gautam with that big story we're reporting from Parliament, even as the ruckus there continues.